We are here for the final day in the Kruger National Park. So we're just gonna head to the H6 and then come back like we did last night on the S41 and the S100. Just on the H6, 20 minutes into our game drive, and we got a couple of baby hyenas, and the babysitter's or the mother is literally laid right in the middle of the road. So on the H6, it is extremely misty. That elephant wouldn't move for a while then, but we just slowly edged around him. We obviously had reverse on standby just in case, but we managed to get there and he slowly moved out the way. So as we're heading to the S100, which we're turning on now, we had the water bucks crossing the road, and before that we had a crocodile in this little small river. I'm assuming it's the Nawatsi River because it's quite close to the S100, and we had obviously the crocodile and a funny looking bird. If anyone can let me know what that bird was called, because I have no idea. The S100 was pretty quiet this morning, so we're just going to head up to the H14 past Satara, go see what's up that way, and then come back down. So guys, after a quietish morning, I am now heading to Houtsprit, which is a town outside of Open Rest Camp, to meet the one and only Villiers Steyn. Also known as the safari expert. I'm super excited to meet him. So now, to get there, I've got to go on the H7 tar road, which heads to Open. So anything I see on the way, I will obviously film. And then, yeah, I'm meeting him at 11:30 for some lunch. So I'm just taking a right here onto the H7 tar road. So to get to Houtsprit, I've got to go through Open Camp. So to get out of the Kruger National Park to Houtsprit, they had to sign my permit, which you get every time you arrive into the Kruger National Park, just to write enter, which means that when I return in a few hours, they'll let me go straight through. So I am officially out of the Kruger National Park. So as I've come out the open area in the Kruger, the speed limit goes up to 100 kilometers an hour. And now I have entered the Limpopo area. So when you come out of the open rest camp and you're on the heading towards Hoedspruit, you don't have zebras and wildebeest crossing, you have cows. So I kind of know roughly where I am now, even though I've never been here, because I've heard of the Magnoletti Game Reserve and I've just driven past it. So I'm now in Hoedspruit town. Gonna meet Villiers at the Hoedspruit Cafe. So as I'm waiting for Villiers, there's a nice little place this, in Hoedspruit. Nice little shops around and everything. Here we have, guys, Villiers Steyn's truck, the safari experts. Oh, this is a beast, mate. It's an absolute beast.
He's a little bit dirty. A little bit dirty.
He's been through the savannas of Botswana, that's why.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, mate, this is great, this car.
Yeah.
Hello, guys. So I am here with the famous Villiers Steyn. Say hello, Villiers.
Hi there, everybody. Great to see you.
The safari expert, everyone. So that was a lovely little lunch with Villiers Steyn. What a great guy he was. Really down to earth, so knowledgeable about the wildlife in here in Africa. Fantastic. It was fantastic to meet him. So now I am going to head back to Satara. It's a 58-minute drive from Hoedspruit to Open, which is the entrance, and then an hour from Open Rest Camp to Satara. Well, that was a good welcoming back to the Kruger National Park. That's that little family of elephants crossing the road as soon as I came out of the Open Rest Camp gate. So I'm now approaching the Satara Rest Camp. A couple of hours chill while the temperatures are 35 degrees before we set off on our last evening drive here in the Kruger National Park. Good afternoon, everybody! It's me, Simon, and we're about to do our last evening drive here in the Kruger National Park. And the route this evening, to finish on a high, we're going to go all out and just let the wind take us wherever. But before we do, we will head to the H6 just to quickly see if we can find those cheetahs again that we found yesterday. Then after that, we're just going to go where the wind takes us and hopefully find some leopards, because this trip we've had thousands of lions, lots of wild dogs, which I love, but the wife would like to see some leopards. We've also seen lots of cheetah. So as we came onto the H6 just to see if we can find those 3 cheetahs from yesterday, we weren't in luck, but we stopped because we thought we saw a lion on the right crouched down eating something, and then 5-10 minutes later it ends up being a bloody warthog. So we've come back off the H6. We're going to take a left to go on the H13 south towards Schwakan. So we've got some vultures here. And then if I go this way, the tree at the back,
Some vultures there too. You can see.
So we just stopped off then because we saw lots of vultures in the trees. So we knew there was going to be a kill, and then we saw the hyena in the thick grass, and it was eating something, but we couldn't quite make out what it was. So guys, we've got loads of lions, cubs and lionesses on the road on the What a sighting we have right in front of us. As we turn around on the H13 to go back to Satara, we have a lion roadblock, and they've got 1, 2, 3. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cubs. 8 cubs with them and 3 lionesses, and they've literally blocked the whole road. Wow, what an ending on the last evening around Satara. Loads of lions and cubs on the H13. We spent about 25 minutes with these beautiful predators as they laid all over the road. We are now going to head back to camp because we may be a little bit late, but we did have a lion blockage, and they're not like impalas where they move. So yeah, we're just going to head back now, but what an end to today. So after the lion sighting, as we're heading back to Satara, we just had those 6 little hyena pups on the road. So many babies tonight. So to end the final full day here in the Kruger, we're going to make some s'mores on the fire. We'll see you in the morning for the final morning before we leave the park. Good morning here from Satara Rest Camp. It is the final day here at the Kruger before we head back home later on this afternoon. Today, we have to be at the airport for about 12 o'clock this afternoon, so we are going to do lots of different routes today. We're first going to do the S100 and then back on the H6, and then head down the H13 straight down to Satara. What a beginning to the last morning drive here in the Kruger. As soon as we took a right on the H13 out of Satara Rest Camp, there were 2 big males laying on the road. So we're driving down the S100 and honestly for me, wow, the sunrise is ridiculous. So whilst we're on the S100, we just had those two hyenas. I'm not sure whether they're chasing a scent or they're going back to their dens. It is currently 6:30 in the morning. The S100 never ever disappoints. After we had left those hyenas beside the road, we continued about a half a kilometre and then we had that big pride of lions timing it perfectly as they were crossing the road as soon as we got there. Unbelievable, great start. 2 separate lion sightings. Just as we are approaching the S41, we just had those 3 giraffes with the sunrise behind them cross the road. So we're now approaching the H6. After some wonderful sightings this morning of hyenas, 2 separate lion sightings and those giraffes, let's see what the H6 brings us this morning. So when you come on the H6, it gives you a little mini Serengeti vibe, the way the savannah plains just extend for miles and miles. So we now head down the H13 south to Skakusa. As we head to Skakusa for some lunch before flying home, I am sat with this numpty.
Ladies, when you come here, bring your face masks. It's dry.
Well, hello, dear.
Mrs. Doubtfire here.
So our third lion sighting on the last morning here in the Kruger National Park. As we're heading literally just before Shwekam picnic site, we saw loads of cars. We thought we'll go away from the traffic, and we went down this little dirt road here that leads right down to the riverbed. And then these 2 lionesses were sort of hiding behind a tree, and then the male comes looking for them and then comes right to our car, roaring. Brilliant. Wow, what a sighting to end episode 6. The sable rare antelope. A first for me. So that is the end of episode 6. We are here now at Sakuta Airport. I hope you all enjoyed the fantastic 6 episodes here spread out around the Kruger National Park. It's not a goodbye, it's a see you soon.